Yes, everybody. Russ from the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well. It's finished. West Ham nil, Brentford 1. Uh, yeah, Potter's got a lot of work on his hands, and let's be honest, there's a lot of work to be done. Um, Second half, looked totally different side. I always try and find positives, and I think for me, there is a positive in that we've got. I thought Ferguson came on and made some really good. Hello, mate.
We've never met.
Hi.
I do watch it.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Brentford is my local team.
Oh, okay.
I, like some people used to go to Leighton Orient.
Yeah, I used to do that. Yeah.
That was a bit annoying. Second half should have started like that, I think.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I thought
the
the boy Ferguson. I was quite impressed with him. I thought he seemed to put himself about a little
just
bit.
that one, taking it on one player too many, should have laid it off a couple of times. They're all guilty of that today,
Yeah.
but it wasn't too bad. I mean, it's a sickener because you wanted a bit of continuity, just to keep going a bit, but it's a West Ham thing. But it was an improvement. The first half was diabolical.
Yes, it was.
Too slow again.
I remember like when we always used to have like the international breaks, particularly under Moyes. We never seemed to sort of get back.
Antonio seemed to be his worst. As soon as you give him a bit of time off, he seemed to go downhill. But, who knows? Listen, I always watch a show.
Cheers, man.
You stay out of trouble.
Will do. You too, man.
Keep up the good work.
See you soon. Thank you. Cheers, man. All right, mate. Yeah, well, I did my cold and miserable bit yesterday, so I can stay in the ball. Yeah, but it was fucking cold though, and it was a bit.
Unless you watched the week.
And it was a bit like this game, really, in that it was like very much a game of two halves. We were first half brilliant, and then second half we were pants, and Blackburn were really good.
Well, no, we were pretty crappy in that first half, and then I think we improved for the first 15 minutes.
Yeah,
and then it got they just fiddled that. Just fiddled that.
We had a bit of a boost first like 15 minutes when it was second half, and then after they sort of kept hold of that was pretty much it then, weren't it, to be fair?
Pretty much.
And then it sort of played out like a damp squib. I mean, that first half, I mean, obviously our little WhatsApp group, we just seemed like dead on our feet. There was no urgency, he's got a big job in his hand, old Potter, and he's got a big job in his hand.
It kind of felt like we were trying going forward, but nothing was working.
Yeah.
Like every pass was poor, every decision made was wrong.
Yeah.
Every ball that bounced just didn't bounce right.
Yeah.
Like everything, it was a mixture. I mean, we weren't good enough. We just weren't. And defensively, we just looked so vulnerable. Even though I don't think Mavropanos did terribly today, for some reason, whenever them two are in defence, it just looks so much scarier.
Well, I think the thing is he's cards marked, isn't it? So it's a bit like Cresswell. His card was always marked because those two, in European games, and so his card's marked. So anything he does, fucking that first. But actually, there was a couple of really good challenges made. But I agree, it was it wasn't their finest hour. No, it was embarrassing first half. It was pretty embarrassing. It was just like a real non-event that first half.
I mean, I haven't rewatched that goal, but it kind of looked like a bit of a mess.
It was
the whole first goal. And then obviously we got lucky where they had two disallowed. Like I think the second one they had disallowed was a really good move by them.
It was
a really good move by them.
Yeah.
I mean, I had people text me really confused as to even why it was disallowed. I don't know. It looks offside to me.
It was offside. Was it Azure? He was offside.
Yeah.
So the ball, when it came to him, then the ball went back, and then it went to Wissa.
Right.
He was on an offside position. Yeah, because I was the same. I was like, he's never offside. Wissa. But it was the build-up play. So it worked for us for once.
But I think the subs did change it. Rodriguez coming on looked good.
Rodriguez was great.
Looks very similar to Ferguson.
For a 20-year-old Irish, he's done well in the last 12 days. He's changed himself from a 30-something-year-old Argentinian to a 20-year-old Irish international. If anyone don't know, Martin made a fuck up basically and put the wrong player on at half time, and he said Rodriguez.
His debut didn't even get introduced. He got introduced as Gideon Rodriguez.
Yeah, they all went what? Anyway, Martin was out of match practice anyway. Anyone would have That's the thing. Even if it was on screen, I just didn't get my mind didn't just like see that's not clearly he's there. It's like, I don't know.
I mean, they kind of a similar height.
Yeah, but like this one's got a broad Irish accent and the other one can barely speak in English.
Isn't one 24 and 34?
Something like that. He's 20.
Is it?
That, yeah, I swear Berg's only like 20,
No,
21.
Barry's 20, isn't he?
Oh, no, sorry, we meant the age.
Rodriguez is number 24, isn't he?
So I
and Ferguson's 34. Isn't he?
Turpin says we make football look hard. First half we did definitely. I tell you, impressed me coming on second half. Obviously, Ferguson I thought offered something and offered me a little glimmer of hope, but just the work rate of JWP. Oh. He just seemed to link things up quite nicely. I thought.
Yeah, no, he did. He worked really, really hard. But I don't know. Just every ball into the box.
Thing was, first half, right? We put loads of balls into the box, and we didn't have Evan Ferguson there. The second half, we had Evan Ferguson there. We didn't put any balls into the box. It's like it just seems to defeat the object. We played the wrong game plan. It seemed. It was it was just one of those really frustrating games.
I think after the last few games where I thought that we'd put in some really resilient performances.
Yeah.
We've been working really hard. We didn't win the games, but we'd looked really good and we looked organised despite the fact that we were depleted.
Yeah. Now
we've gone into this game where we weren't depleted.
We hadn't played for 12 days as well, so it should be fresh as a daisy, really, in all honesty.
But these, we had there was a big change in the squad from the last few games. We changed formation. We changed a lot of the personnel. And it just didn't fit. It just didn't work.
It looked like to me. It looks a bit like, no disrespect, the play. It looks a little bit like a pub game. First half, it's like people were turning up and they were just playing. They didn't really know each other. And you think with the last 12 days, you thought that would have been all sorted by now.
Yeah.
It seemed a little bit. We didn't know what we were doing. So very strange.
I don't know. There's stuff to work on. I mean, we've got a difficult one next weekend against Arsenal.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. The Arsenal game is going to be really tricky, isn't it? Now, because we've got to start picking up points. I know. I don't want to say the R words, but the table don't lie.
Well, no. I mean, I don't think that's happening.
No, I don't think it's happening. There's worse teams than us.
There is worse teams than us.
We need to get that monkey off our back, so to speak, sharpish. Because if it gets down to the last 4 or 5 games and we're still not mathematically safe, it's speaking one time then, isn't it?
And this is a game we really should have won.
Well, I think a point. I think we should have got a point today. Brentford are a good side. They are a good side.
No, they are a good side.
And I don't think we're at any level like that to get.
No, and you've got to give respect to Brentford today because they definitely were the better team.
Yeah. I mean, they played some really. I thought they played some nice football.
They did. It's just right. I think it's a result. I do think it's a result of a massive change in personnel and formation on the pitch, and I don't know why. We just seem to play better away from home. Yeah,
I think even under Locke, we seem to play more resilient away from home. I think it's just I don't know, peeps.
Expectations, pressure.
Mike says every department. First half didn't work. Second half, better but not good enough. I tell you. And Harry Hola, what the fuck was going on with him today? It's like distribution.
I do not want to see that man in between the sticks again.
Well, he will be because
I'm so sick of his. He can save the ball, right?
Yeah.
He can stop a shot, but that's it. You need so much more from a keeper these days.
Well, we know, as I said, we know he's goalkeeper's an area I think we're going to be looking at as well in the summer. I mean, we've only got him and Fab really into the end of the summer.
His passing is shocking.
Yeah, it was, and it's like it was just so frustrating because particularly towards the end of the second half, we literally needed some quick release balls, and he was just aimlessly throwing them into. It's just like fucking hell.
They're either going out of play, or they were going wide of the mark, or going to straight to a Brentford player.
Yeah,
there was just it just wasn't there. His distribution was shocking. It's really been shocking for the last couple of seasons.
Yeah,
I remember Mac thinking when he was the keeper that we were playing in the Europa League and Fabianski was our number one.
Yeah.
I always remember thinking, like, Fabianski, great shot stopper, but his distribution lets him down.
Yeah.
And I always thought with Ariola was I'm not sure about his shot stopping, but his distribution was great. He used
That
to
was
get the ball
always
out quick.
Yeah, it's always what people used to say of him.
And then when we swapped him around, suddenly he forgot how to fucking throw the ball. Apologise for my language, but he just forgot how to throw the ball or kick the ball in a straight line.
I know what you mean.
And it's just been continuing.
The trouble is now we play an Arsenal side who people are going to say, in fact, because obviously they haven't got any forwards, but
they got a couple today, didn't they?
Yeah,
for midfielders.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then obviously Leicester here is a massive game. I don't want to say 6-pointer, but it sort of is eventually, because the chances are we're going to go to Arsenal, not get anything, and then Leicester we have to win.
If we had 20 shots on target in that game and don't score, I'll be fuming.
Yeah. Well, I think by then you'd assume Everton would have enough minutes in the tank to start, and I think we looked a different side, because not only that, because Evan was there, and then Paqueta could do what Paqueta does best, not be a false nine.
No,
I think that Villa game was a because it was defense. We was away from home.
Yeah.
I don't think that works at home, and I think the fact is, if Evan was maybe signed a couple of weeks earlier, I think we may well have seen him start.
Yeah,
and then it could have been a completely different game. I think his circumstances was to play as well for this game.
I still do think that Paqueta did okay. I think he definitely played better in that second half, apart from one ball he did give away. Where yet again, the thing is,
what you miss with him is you miss that ability to link play up.
Yeah.
So then we had no disrespect to Thomas and Edson, but you had two very defensive-minded players. When it all changed round a bit, we just seemed to have a bit more emphasis about it. And Kiddu should have scored in that second half straight away.
I think.
See, Cam Schweizer did exactly the same thing yesterday, and he missed almost an opening goal like that as well. Yeah. Clear shot on target.
I just don't know what to think about Curtis anymore.
No, me neither.
You can see he's there, but how many times in that first half did he pick up that ball and you're like, run, go, and then he just didn't, and then suddenly he started running, and he kind of had a couple of failed runs and thought, no, I'm not going to do this anymore.
No, I agree.
There's something
not right, is there, with him at the moment? And not being funny, he put him at a 10 today. He played 10. That's the position he wants to play. He didn't do it. He didn't do anything in that first half for me to say, right, yeah, that's his position. He did more playing on the left-hand side, really, which is sort of what he did in the second half than we did in the first half.
You want him to pick up that ball in that position and take a run at that defence, because that is what he's brilliant at. He has more successful take-ons than anyone else, by a country mile in the Premier League. But he doesn't.
Look at this one here. Look at this one here. What's she doing? She's doing some VR shit. Oh, that's giving me a laugh.
Go on, Russ, go and have a go.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, look.
Give us some enjoyment.
Yeah, go on and enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I haven't seen Mrs. Budden because we had what's her name yesterday, the under 21s yesterday. So I think a curry is well due with Mrs. Budden tonight. And well, there's no point. I think we'll do the ratings on Monday because it was a pretty shit game, I thought. But plenty to talk about the academy. Academy was good. Academy's been good this week. So
Scholes did okay when he came on.
I thought Scholes had a bit more about him than Emerson. I thought Emerson was very quiet that first half, and I thought Scholes came out and made a big difference. I thought.
Yeah.
I thought he kept Brian and Bremo pretty much quiet for that second half, where the first half he was getting a bit more into the game I'd have liked. So
he's an handful, though, isn't he?
He's a good player. He's a good player. Anyway, peeps, take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith, and I'll see you soon. Much love.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.